Suvivan, sov sov sov, Hanukkah, hu hag tov, Hanukkah, hu hag tov, Suvivan, sov sov sov, Chag Simha hu la'am, Niskadol hayasham, Niskadol hayasham, Chag Simha hu la'am. Oh, hey, if you understood anything I just sang, you just might be 2.2% of our target demographic. So, here's the thing. The holidays, am I right, ladies and gentlemen? From November 1st until January 15th, there are well over 60 individual holidays. Some only lasting a day, others lasting 8 crazy nights. In the United States, even before the last bit of Halloween candy has been put on 75% off clearance, Christmas decorations are crowding the aisles, and the next 60 plus days are endlessly filled with the dulcet tones of Bing Crosby and Mariah Carey. Just as a side note here, does anybody else think that the Carol of the Bells sounds a bit like the perfect creepy soundtrack for a Christmas-themed slasher film? Rap, it's the bells, murdery bells, taking your knife, killed with a knife, murderer here, and you're sound with a spear, kill young and old, blood running cold, Merry, 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 Merry Christmas, Merry, 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 Merry Christmas! What, just me? Okay. Moving on then. The holiday season seems to get longer and longer each year, as it starts earlier and earlier. True story, there was a year-round Christmas tree in the main office entryway at my high school. They would just change the decorations to match the events of the month. But that's not what's important right now. What's important right now is that 2020 has been the longest 10 years of most of our lives. It's been a non-stop horror show of one awful thing after another. If someone was waking up from a year-long coma today and they asked what had gone on in the last 365 days, you would tell them, the year started with Australia literally going up in flames, and it gets worse. It's nearly impossible to sum up world events since the last holiday season without using words like cuckoo bananas or dumpster fire. We all need the normality of Hallmark Channel Christmas rom-coms, jingle bells on overhead in-store speakers, and fireworks stands open early for New Year's pyrotechnics. The stress of 2020 has me missing the conservative outrage for the Starbucks holiday cup not being Jesus-y enough. I long for the professional punditry endlessly wailing about the war on Christmas. Instead, we are treated to the horrifying shit show that has been the ongoing Trump war on democracy. In a normal year, holidays with an extended family can be a minefield of fights over politics, religion, sexuality, or who gets the last chocolate croissant. In brighter times, the prospect of spending Thanksgiving or Christmas with Uncle Drunky or Aunt Karen was sufficiently anxiety-inducing that you would rather stay home and watch How the Grinch Stole Christmas for the 900th time, even at the cost of missing out on Grandma's famous pumpkin pecan cheesecake. Sorry fam, can't make it this year. My cat has Epstein-Barr syndrome and I can't leave their side! That's why you really gotta bust out your acting chops. In years past, loudly complaining about that one neighbor who puts up their tree in October and doesn't take it down until March is joyously cathartic. We gleefully imagine engaging in grisly mayhem when walking past the guy in front of the store with the annoyingly loud-ass bell. So much mayhem. But by this point in December, I'm usually just going full Grinch mode. The Boris Karloff version, not the Jim Carrey one. One must have standards. But this is not a normal year. Not by a long shot. I'm genuinely happy to see the lights in people's yards. I delight in seeing inflatable snowman yard decorations looking very out of place in a part of Texas that doesn't really ever get snow. And even the perpetual cacophony of I saw mommy snogging Santa Claus can't get me down. As a matter of fact, tell her I said, hey. I am happily wallowing in the magic of the season. This don't need a little bit of magic these days. We need to believe in an even-tempered, elderly, obese socialist with rosy cheeks and a little something in his bag of tchotchkes for everyone. We need to hear the story of a nice Jewish refugee couple and their baby finding a place to crash for the night, even if it was only a one-star joint. We need to believe that when the arbitrary construct of timekeeping tells us that 2020 is over, that 2021 won't be such a ceaseless steel-toed boot to the snarglies. This is our last new episode for 2020, and it's been a weird year. We started the show in February. We made a lot of changes. We talked to some really cool people, and we learned a lot. I hope that 2021 will bring us a safe and effective vaccine for COVID. I hope that having President Uncle Joe and Vice President Mamala in charge of things will allow us to all sleep a little better at night, instead of waking up every day dreading our overnight news alerts. I hope people work on being a bit more human and reasonable with each other again. I hope that the kids in cages at the border can be reunited with their parents, or at least with some kindly foster parents in the meantime. I hope that people get much needed and highly overdue financial relief in the new year. I hope we as a state, a country, and a world can get back to safe and ordinary things like dinner dates, family gatherings, graduations, communions, proms, bar mitzvahs, weddings, baby showers, and 5 mimosa Sunday brunches.
Yeah.
Most of all, I hope that the pain of loss we all feel after this horrific year will quickly become a distant memory, while reminding us that if we all figure out a way to unselfishly work together, we can tackle anything. We'll be right back.